Are you looking for ways to improve your productivity? Well, join us as we talk about some productivity tips. No too much intro talk today, my people. This is Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch me.
So the first thing you need to do, which is very important, is write out a to-do list every single day. If you do not have a daily to-do list, you realize how important it is if you start keeping one with you every day. So you can list tasks, prioritize tasks, break down large tasks, review and update regularly. The benefits are that it boosts productivity, it reduces stress, it improves time management, and increases motivation. And I totally agree with this one, because when I started taking things down, I stopped forgetting things. So there are times that you have things you need to do, but because you have like a whole lot of things, you end up forgetting some. And by the time you remember, you might have, maybe the deadline would have passed, or you might have missed it, either an event or something to do. So taking things down actually helps.
I just have a question. So if I write list today, I no can finish that list today. Tomorrow, make I just forget the list what I do.
We continue.
I just continue.
So
you cross over.
You now have a scale of preference.
A scale of preference.
That's how it goes.
So I had to learn the hard way, because trust me, like things they always move past. Like there's so much on the table. So I'm just saying, you know. I'm just saying, you know.
Motivate us.
I'm kind of busy sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's actually really important to have a to-do list, because you think you have everything in your head.
Yeah.
Yep.
And women are usually a step ahead of men in terms of this. They actually have a notepad, they have everything. My manager was like, are you writing it as I'm saying it? Write it now, because I know you forget. Because it's something that we always have to just imbibe in us. If you have that idea, write it down. If you have, just create that list. It helps you, you know, to strategize better and know what you're doing.
And good thing we have practically everybody uses smartphones where you have notepads where you can just type it. It's not necessary. You just have the paper and biro to write. Number 2 on our list: find your most productive time. We are all either more early bird or night owl, so track your energy level. That is the energy level at different times of the day. Observe your working patterns, identify your most productive times, analyze your environment. That is identifying factors affecting productivity for you. In other words, experiment and adjust your routine until you find what works best for you. When is the best time for you?
To be honest, I used to think it was night before. But these days, I don't know, it's old, maybe it's old age. Because like 10, 9,
You don't the old.
Wow.
That old age. Catch me. When is your best time?
Daytime, but there are some night times when I can't sleep and things just come.
One and night for me.
It's usually night, because at that time, everywhere is quiet.
Yes, I come.
If you're an editor, for instance, it's best to edit at night and all that. So I just want to quickly say, a lot of people look at content creators, right? Especially the skit makers. And they say, oh, they are making money from fraudulent ways. Trust me, there's a lot of money online. And these people, they hardly go out. So they're always indoors making content. So they create. I was talking to, I think it was Steve or somebody over the weekend. He says to me, see, I just want to make sure that every day, at least I'm doing one content, I'm productive. They like to chill and have fun, but they are always productive one way or the other one day. So it's always best to also know your energy, your time, your level. A lot of them know that they are better at night. So they'll tell you, don't come during the daytime. I'm sleeping. At night, let's shoot.
So let's walk.
Yeah, I've shot with somebody that said, don't come till 3 a.m.
What?
Yeah. He said, don't come till 3. I didn't understand. I got to his place. That's when he was just setting up, doing everything. We finished shoot like 6 a.m. He just knows that's his time.
That's the perfect timing for
shoot, you know. Yeah. That's
it's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go on a quick break and we'll be back with our Daily Top 5.
All right, welcome back to the show, guys. This right here is still E-Splash. And before we went on the break, we're giving you 5 different ways to be productive. Now we're at the number 3, and this one says prioritize your tasks. Put each task into one of 4 categories. Number 1, things you don't want to do but actually need to do. Number 2, things you want to do and actually need to do. Number 3, things you want to do, but actually don't need to do. You get? This way you can easily identify your priorities.
And this is where that's your conversation when you talked about preference, that okay,
Yeah.
you wanted to do this thing today and you couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the next day. What happens? Then you now have to break it down. Oh, if I don't do this one now, I feel not achieve the next one. So just breaking it down really helps.
This also, it might be off course, but it takes us to the conversation of New Year resolutions. Because people, they always get every year new resolution, and you don't finish the one
June,
of
I never
last
even
year.
do one when I thought.
You never do any resolution.
Nah. Okay, go on. You just brought back.
So it's not like when that list, the time has passed, you will now forget the list and do new
Start
one.
afresh.
Finish what you started, finish it up. You know, so I'm a fan of whatever you start, finish it. Whatever you put your mind to. Procrastination is a disease. You might be procrastinating. I'm going to call this person. I'm going to call this person.
It happens to be a lot.
Yes, it happens. I need to call this person. By the time you now see somewhere, maybe what you wanted to call the person for, he's doing it on a, you know, I was supposed to call this person. So make that call today, call that person, meet that person you're supposed to meet today. Do everything now that you're supposed to do it. Yeah.
Time is now.
All right, the next one on our list, use the 80-20 rule. This involves identifying and categorizing your task, like either a high-impact task that produces significant results, or a medium-impact task that produces some results, or a low-impact task that produces minimal results. Identify the top 20% of your tasks that produces 80% of your result, because these are your high-impact A tasks. To prioritize your A tasks, review your progress and avoid multitasking.
Yes, those things that you see as ordinary or little things might even be the ones to put all the other things on the road for you. So at the end of the day, find out that very important thing that you need to do. And that might just be the thing that will open the doors for all the other things to be done.
I mean, this one does, it's simple. Work smart, right? So a lot of people, they put in all the hard work, 100%, and then it's just very little. Your result is little, you know. So work smart. That's why if you have to go anywhere, you have to look, okay, where am I going now? Am I going?
Not even now when petrol no day.
Yeah, you have to
petrol expensive.
You calculate.
So if you have to go to event, make sure the event you are going to is going to give you something back.
Yep.
One way or the other, you have to get something. Am I shooting? Don't shoot with everybody, but shoot with the major people. If you're doing content, for instance, you know, content people are like that. See, for instance, we on social media, content, Instagram, sometimes you work so hard, do the longest skit, do the longest shoot, do everything, and that one will give you 0 or maybe 5% result. But the one that you didn't even say one word, or you just did a reaction, will not go so far. You know, that's why Reels now and all that stuff are now, people are now prioritizing Reels. So it's just simple. Work smart, work hard, but still work smart at the end of the day. Yeah.
All right, and the last way to prioritize what you need to do is to use the Pomodoro Technique. This is a time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s. Don't let the big English confuse you, okay? First, pick a task. Remember, you can focus on one thing. Next, set your timer for 25 minutes. Number 3, work for the next 25 minutes, shutting off all distractions. And number 4, so when you hear the timer go off, stop working and put a check mark. And then number 5, take a short break and make sure it doesn't exceed 5 minutes. Number 6, after you have 4 check marked, take a more extended break of about 15 to 30 minutes. Then restart the same product and process and see how your productivity will rise.
What okay. Pomodoro.
Pomodoro Technique.
Sounds like Momodoro.
Hey, I'm learning.
Well, this is really great.
Yeah,
all of this we are talking about is how to improve your productivity. You might, because it's crazy in this world of social media. Like, okay, I'm doing something. Okay, let me take that break. You can't go carry your phone.
Hey, that's
that time they talk new cats. You can't date Twitter. Yeah. You are not going back to whatever
because you don't see what
everything that you said about carrying phones. So you can even help yourself. Your phones now, I mean, there's
Time
even what they
loss.
call app lock, app latch. You can lock a particular app for a while and all that. There's also screen time.
Yeah.
You can look at your screen time, how much time you're spending on social apps and the
Yeah.
rest, so that it helps you manage yourself. Because trust me, a lot of people spend so much time on Instagram. In fact, I had to, at some point, no, it was a mistake. I deleted my Instagram that time. Because I deleted it and then I couldn't log back in.
Wow.
But sometimes just take a break off those apps, take a break off, and just focus on what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. It's a wrap on Daily Top 5.